Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Let's check out this video, Malik Yoba. I don't know if it's for attention or maybe he's just expressing how he feels. I want you to look at a quick video and also an article that come out where he no longer wants to identify as a black man. So let's check this information out and let's have a discussion.
Good morning, family. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all the good folks who have reached out in the last 24 hours, seeing my name, talking about trans attraction. Imagine that, Malik Yoba. So here's the thing. We're human beings, and we're all part of the God body. And so, unfortunately, part of our mechanism is that we need to judge and characterize and ostracize and vilify and demonize the things we don't understand. As a black man, I know the stories my daddy told me. I know my history as a black man, what it meant for folks to tell you don't matter. I don't believe that. I've never believed that of myself or other people. And so, toward that end, September 27th, 28th, Washington, D.C., the Trans Visibility March on D.C. I will be there doing my love and trauma workshop, the trans experience, and I invite you all to join. I'm trying to let y'all know I ain't gonna do this for everybody, you know what I mean? So I'm just let y'all know how it go down for the get down. This how y'all doing? How you doing, Hunty? I'm doing fine, Hunty. This is Visibility Maria, her play. Hello. So everybody can't get me to do this thing, but the girl talked to me. I said, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn this thing out for her. But she is. She a great writer. So the name of the play is what? Enough Feel Five for the Universe.
So he's in the play.
And here I go, because I'm Oprah Mama. How you doing? What he say? He said Oprah Mama. That's what he said. So come support January what? January 11th.
Okay, so he got that going on. Now, here it says, while actor Malik Yoba says he no longer identifies as a black man. So, who are you identifying as? Wow. Check it out. So the article reads here that actor Malik Yoba recently made headlines with his statement that he no longer identifies as a black man or a person of color. Instead, he's chosen to label himself a non-white man. This declaration has sparked a variety of reactions, with some people interpreting it as a challenge to the current political climate and ongoing debates about race and identity. Yoba's statement seems to tie into broader issues about diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI programs in the U.S., particularly those targeted during the Trump administration. Under Trump, efforts were made to reduce or eliminate DEI programs in government agencies, federal contractors, and other institutions. Executive orders were signed to limit diversity in training, with the administration calling such efforts divisive and counterproductive. These actions led to the removal of DEI-related content from various programs, which critics argue is harmful to efforts to address systemic racism and promote inclusive environments in the workplace and beyond. Now, hold on. The last sentence. These actions led to the removal of DEI-related content from various programs, which critics argue it's harmful to efforts to address systemic racism and promote inclusive environments in the workplace and beyond. My response? Lies you tell. You know what's really, really harmful? And I understand some are going to disagree. So you say it's harmful to efforts to address systemic racism. Well, I think what's harmful is this right here. How are we going to address systemic racism? This article has been out. Black people only comprise 4% of DEI. So that's like somebody saying, here's $100. Over here, you're going to give four black people $1, And over here, you're going to give 96 white people $1. Explain to me how the program is helping because I don't see it. See, I'm sorry. I'm not going for the DEI lie. It said following the 2020 death of George Floyd, companies across various industries made announcements after announcement that they would invest in diversity and inclusion initiatives, often using the position of Chief Diversity Officer to direct these efforts. Really? A report from career site Zipper details that of these positions, only 4% of the roles were occupied by Black people in 2023. Only 4%. Black Enterprise released similar information, similar data from what I read. So out of 100, 4%, and you really think you combating racism? Where's the other 96% going? Please tell me. And so they throw out here this dog whistle. Oh, they stopping DEI. We're supposed to get out there and holler and stuff. As I was telling my friend, I think not. You can let the one who's benefited get to hollering and stomping because my darling, it won't be me. Readers are leaders. You're not a leader. Well, I can lead myself and not buying into the okie doke, getting all upset about something that's not going to benefit me greatly. Is this exposing the great DEI lie? You're supposed to get out there and get the hollering and marching, and then when it's done, okay, Becky, come on back. Get your job back. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to pass. So, Malik Yoba, I don't think it has anything to do with DEI. I don't. It could be for attention. What I do think, though, is that when you see things like this, I've been saying this about a lot of these men. Nothing wrong with two people falling in love. But when you see it gets to a point where it's just like, they get to a point where they just basically just want to marry someone to procreate that doesn't look like them. To me, it speaks volumes. Speaks hella volumes. Speaks volumes. So you don't want to identify as a Black man. He wants to identify as a non-white man. You know, when people see you, they see Black. I'm just saying. Do you hate the skin you're in? We know you're a non-white man because your skin is Black. Do you hate the skin you're in? His wife, last time I checked, was an Asian woman. Do you hate the skin you're in, or is it love? If a person is self-hating, I'm not saying that he is, but if a person is self-hating, I think the best thing for them to do, be honest with you, it may sound cruel, breed yourself out. Yeah. Don't don't procreate within the community that you originate. Do not get with people that look like you because what you're going to do, I'm afraid you'll just be breeding in more self-hatred. We don't lead little TT and little Mimi walking around here. I hate that I'm Black. I don't like that. I don't like my skin. I don't like who I am, mama. We don't need all that. We have enough issues as it is. So is it for attention or is he really exposing his true thoughts? He wants to be identified as a non-white man. We know that. We know you're non-white. I checked. The last movie he did was in 2022. You no longer identify as a Black man. Are you running from yourself? I can tell you one thing I know for sure is not self-love. I'm a Black woman every day, all day. This is not self-love. You no longer identify as a Black man. So when you're in other spaces, what are you? Oh no, I'm a non-white man. What's the difference? You've been black all your life. Do you take issue with that? No longer identifies as a black man. Again, I don't think it has nothing to do with DEI, PC, being politically correct. I have nothing. No. I think it to me it reveals a lot about what he thinks about himself. Wow. You no longer want to identify as a black man. You can become transgender. You're still a black man. Do you hate the skin that you're in? And you wonder why they run time they get some money. Boogity, boogity, boogity. A lot of them just go and get someone that a partner that doesn't look like them. I don't care, male or male, especially the men do it more, I think, than the women. Even if they like guys, watch them. Boogity, boogity, boogity. And go build for other communities. He no longer identifies as a black man. So explain it. How do you identify as a non-white man? I mean, seriously, what are you gonna put if you're going someplace and they wanted to describe yourself? Height, weight. What are you gonna put other non-black man? Is it for attention, or maybe it's revealing a deeper issue, which I think is possible, that maybe you hate the skin you're in? That's what I think. How do you think the world is seeing you? No longer identifies as a black man. Do you want to identify as a transgender man? Do you? Is that what you want? Not a problem. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. Your color of skin is what it is. At the end of the day, unless you take some lightning pills, you're still that. Your DNA. They're basically running from their DNA, is what I think. No longer identifies as a black man. So do you think something is wrong with being labeled a black man? Is there something wrong with that? Is that what it is? So then you wonder why you really can't build with a lot of them. You wonder why when so many, I think he's from Jamaica. You wonder why when some become successful, bookity, bookity, bookity. And I'm not gonna go into, oh well, there's violence in the neighborhood, yeah. And what's a lot of violence, a lot of fatherless homes. How about that? That's why a lot of them, I think, they want to create a mini me. They want something that looks the opposite of them, and then put that label on it. Oh yeah, I think a lot of them do that. They don't want a mini me. They don't like who they are, and that's why when they have the mini me about a black woman, that's why sometimes, in general, they do what they do. This to me says it all. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Sad, unbelievable. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.